Hello everyone, Positron taking a quick look at Dark Flame, well, the alpha demo of Dark Flame. Dark Flame is a Metroidvania style game currently up on Kickstarter, and this is the alpha demo for it. It's available for play. If you go to the Kickstarter page, there's a link to it on IndieDB. You can check it out for yourself, but the overall story is we are Taharial. Things are going wrong in the countryside, and we are heading off to find out what is the cause of whatever this darkness essentially has come over the land. It's kind of self-described as Castlevania meets Dark Souls. Yeah, it's a pre-alpha demo, exists to show off the engine, does not reflect how the final game would be. Time to take back the keep. Okay, so this is something I've had. If we go to the left here, there's actually a something added into a recent demo that it's just a health boost, basically, to help you through the demo if you're having trouble. This is something I've been wanting to do a quick look about, but I have very mixed feelings about it. And I'll talk about that as we go on here. So there's an assassin here. Won't live long. Oh, I broke your candle. How about that? So you can see we kind of have a very Symphony of the Night walk cycle here. In fact, it's very, very similar. The kind of way his arms move and everything. Paying homage, I'm sure. We have a basic attack. We have a backstep. Our basic attack does take stamina, kind of like Dark Souls, or Demon Souls. Yeah, I used to have stamina as well. And we get a tone when we run out of stamina. And then while we're out of stamina, we can still swing, but it's very slow. And we can't backstep. Eventually, you can upgrade so you can backstep without it, but that is later on. So this is a save point, kind of like the coffins in Symphony of the Night. Alright, so this is very much like the first bosses in Dark Souls, for example, and those things confuse. You probably can kill that thing, but it's almost impossible. However, once you die once, you see this kind of extra bloody scene, and the room is clear. Now, this is something I kind of take issue with because it's used again. Yeah, so now you can cast spells, R1 and L1. Playing this on a PS4 controller, so it's not R1 and L1, it's actually R2, L2, but same situation, basically. But we have a fire spell, we have an ice spell. Right now we only do 1 damage. Did we level up too? Yeah, we did. I'm actually going to put points into agility. We have strength, agility, and intellect. Strength gives us HP and increases damage for strength weapons. Agility gives us SP, which is kind of our stamina, and increases damage with agility weapons and throwing weapons, and this is important. And intellect gives us MP, increases damage with magic. I'm going to go for agility here when we have level up points. We should get shortly here. So the game artistically looks pretty good. I think it's pretty. I like the art style. And a lot of this is just preliminary art and everything, but I like it. It's, it's very Symphony of the Night, and I love that game to death, so it definitely gets points from me there. The problems I have with it, and while I know this, oh geez, I know it says this is primarily like a tech demo, I do have some problems with the initial level design. And I'm not sure if that's just because this was something kind of quickly put together, or it's going to be indicative of issues in the future, or what. And I'll show those off as I go here. Alright, so we can jump down, and we get double jump. Now, I am actually... this is going to be a lot of criticism here, but I hope it's taken fairly. Again, you're free to go check out the demo yourself. It's on the Kickstarter page. And I'll have a link to that in the description below here if you want to check it out for yourself. But double jump is something I feel very mixed about. I love double jump in games. What I don't like is when double jump becomes a mandatory thing very, very early on. This kind of is in the middle of that. There's a secret back here. Kind of secret, at least. We get an armor, and it shows off that it changes our appearance. Just cosmetic for right now. In the actual full game, the armor is supposed to give you stats, but also increase or change your sprite, rather. So we get the scimitar, and this is why I'm going for agility, because the scimitar scales off of agility. And this is a very Dark Souls-y system, where your weapons are influenced by your stats directly, and they have different levels of scaling and things like that. This weapon's pretty fast, scales well with agility. The downside is we won't have a lot of health. So I might go back and grab that, I guess I would call that cheat. Now, there's been talk about putting like an easy mode or a casual mode into the game. I'm not sure what that entails. I know it's not just gonna be like a health increase, but kind of interesting to see what that will be. If it's just like more forgiving or what it's like. So as it stands right now, the game is extremely difficult and not necessarily always in fair ways, I feel. The only way we can actually restore MP is, not sure if those guys have a tell for that dash attack. It seems like it's the same animation of their regular attack. It's kind of weird. We don't have an ability to block, at least not right now. We leveled up again. Again, I'll go agility for the damage here. Alright, so we got some traps. We can go up and around here, though. Let's see what's on... Oh, I forgot those spikes were there. Alright, this is another save point here. Save points restore your health to full, which is pretty good. Now, coming out of here is kind of rough, because that guy is right on your tail. But if we come over here, duck under these do a lot of damage. Now, there's spikes there, unfortunately. The problem with spikes is that we got a hidden wall here. And Crusader Sword. Crusader Sword, I believe, scales with strength. And it has higher damage to start, so you can see it's actually already 2 damage, even though we only have 1 strength. So it's a little slower to swing, I think. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it uses just more stamina? See, that was 4. How many can I do with the scimitar? Yeah, scimitar is much more lenient on the stamina. So getting back is a problem because you can't just walk by spikes, and jumping over here is kind of problematic with these swinging around. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have to take the damage there. The guillotines do 40 damage, so it's better to just take that damage. And that's one of those things I kind of feel like if you dodged the trap the first time or you ran past it, I shouldn't be punished for having to get back. Well, I died there. So I kind of have mixed feelings about that. This is run by here. When you die, you don't lose experience or anything, which is nice. I don't know if that's the way it's going to be in the full game if it's made. But for now, it is kind of a blessing. Since as long as if you die, you can at least retry. I am not a fan of these enemies. Again, I'm not trying to just bash on the game. I'm trying to give level-headed criticism there. The thing with those enemies are... here's another costume change. Presumably that would be an armor upgrade. The thing with these enemies are if they touch you, they do a fair amount of damage, but they also confuse you. They reverse your controls. Now, this was something in Symphony of the Night, but in Symphony of the Night, you could take kind of a lot of damage. Here, you're really only looking at taking 1 or 2 hits with some very precise platforming. I feel like Confuse is kind of not a good status effect to have in a situation like that. We have these throwing daggers now, up in B, or up in square on a PlayStation controller. Yeah, I just feel like... Oh man, that's interesting, that cutscene made me walk through that enemy. So we need to meet Larissa. Just trying to figure out how to get past this wall. Need some help. Where did you come from? Doesn't matter, should be a lever somewhere, find it. Yeah, okay. That's really funny, it was kind of a little glitch there. Again, pre-alpha or, alpha demo. Obviously, this is got some kinks to work out. It's just more of a proof of concept than anything. Yeah, so I feel like Confuse is kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, you get confused and you just kind of sit and wait. And if you do get confused in combat, you're probably just dead. And I don't really feel like that's particularly a fun design. I don't think it's very engaging. Head up here. Sure. Oh. That's another thing now. you can't actually see that enemy before it spits at you. And oh, I'm gonna die from poison. I actually got hit there. Poison will kill you. It doesn't stop at 1 health. But there's a number of cases in the demo where that enemy appears and there's poison that flies in from off screen before you have any means of being able to see it. And that's, it feels real bad when you die to something like that. Or when you even just take damage from something like that. It does not feel, doesn't feel good. It just feels like you're being unnecessarily punished for no reason. Alright, we leveled up. Could get some more HP, but I think for the sake of trying to show off as much as possible, it's going to go for the damage. Again, throwing weapons work off agility too, so at least my throwing dagger is very powerful. And if I need to finish the demo, I can always go grab that health power just to show off the rest of it. I have beaten the demo, and I beat it with a similar strategy to this. Alright, so we know there's a guy over there. But let's look over here. I think the lever might be up here. So now we know that guy is there now. Oh man, so here's the confuse, you can see it. That bar at the top is ticking down the timer, and it's reversed my controls in the meantime. Now, I think I recall, and you do get a hint here because it's all bloody stuff in there, but I'm pretty sure that's a death trap in here. There's spikes, yeah. You have to try to, oh man. See, now there's another example. That room is now clear. What happened there was all those enemies just spawned in around me. They weren't just there previously. And then when you die, because you're kind of intended to die there, they despawn. And I don't like that. If I've just gone through a semi-challenging area and overcome obstacles, don't then punish me. Like, don't kill me outright and then make me go through that area that I struggled with again just to get through a now clear room, a room that cleared itself. Not only does it take away the satisfaction of beating it, but it's those rooms are almost always placed right after areas that are very, very difficult to get through. So your perseverance is just met with death, unavoidable death at that. I don't know if I'll be able to get through here. I know I can get through here without taking damage, but might be a little difficult. Also, my lovely cat Raksha is sitting on my lap and probably not helping my case here. Let's try to sneak under this way. Nope, that was bad. That was me. That was not the game. That was just me making a very poor decision there. And I don't remember what's up there. I hope it's something worthwhile. I often get caught by that guy. Yes, Raksha, I understand. Can't decide whether he wants to sit here or wander off to the kitchen. So, you know, for the sake of Dark Souls, I mean, you get the aspect of power dodge, right? So now our dodge no longer costs any SP. Now I don't know if that's specific to agility or if it's specific to our current level, but it's kind of nice. I think it's actually an agility perk. Okay, there we go. Oh, damn it. Wasn't sure where that guy was. So we'll just wait out this confuse here. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. How do I want to do this? I think this way, and then... No, not quite the right speed there. And I think this poison is going to kill me. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I do wish the poison stopped at 1 health, kind of like in Final Fantasy and things like that, and didn't just kill you outright. Especially because, as of right now, I don't know, I mean, there probably will be in the full game, but there's no way to actually cure poison, so once you get poisoned, it's kind of just a death sentence. It does eventually wear out, but has a pretty significant duration. So who is this game for? Well, I mean, if you like Castlevania and Dark Souls, this might be something that's up your alley. I mean, obviously something that is extremely difficult, and very punishing. Some people are, you know, super into that. This is definitely, I would say, not for someone that just likes Metroidvanias and isn't into something like a Dark Souls style game. I think that it would get very frustrating very quickly. There we go. That's how you're supposed to do that. Because there's just an incredible amount of trial and error. Oops, that was foolish. Actually, don't know if I ever have come here. Oh, we have a music track change too. Alright. Getting this guy is going to be kind of tough. I did like that he didn't start firing at me though until I was in view, until I could see him. It's definitely a plus. Alright, let's do... Ah, hell, I caught the bottom half of that. And traps are very, very dangerous. See that it really only takes 1 or 2 hits from those traps to kill me. Only got about 75 health, I think. Yeah. And you know, it's partially my fault because I haven't leveled up my health, but I don't have any defense either. There's no available defense in the demo. I'm sure there will be in the full game. So I'll try this a couple more times with the regular health pool, and then for the sake of just showing off some other stuff in the demo, I'll probably go grab the health power up so I can show off more areas, give me a little more lenient. It does feel like, I mean, it's strange now. I'm not sure how strength is going to pan out in the full game, but it does feel like right now that unless strength weapons are dramatically more powerful, agility is definitely a better stat overall. Because when you're getting hit, another, you know, 13 health is really not going to save you, but being able to kill enemies in 1 hit versus 5 hits, 4 hits is dramatic difference. So I'll get myself over 80 health. That way I can take 2 hits from these things. Here we go. There was an item here, right? Yeah, now we're blue. Alright. I could get up here. Oh, it's a save room. Alright. So I think we're killing those guys in 1 hit now. It's pretty nice. Oh, this might be a new area in the demo. I don't think I saw this when I played it last time. Alright, there's a poison guy off the screen there. Caught me anyway. Oh, it's like Pyromancer's curved blade. Is that a caster weapon? Yeah, it scales with intellect. Special attack. Oh, cool. It's got fire attack on it. I don't know if it's actually got anything special. Let me try to see how much damage it does. Yeah, it only does 2 damage because we didn't level up intellect, but that's pretty cool that there's specific intellect weapons. Let me see if I can get further up here. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's like an axe. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't know how to get back my dagger, but the axe is probably pretty good. Oh man, that guy just fell out of the sky. Alright, we can get one of these guys here. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to kill him. Maybe we can just go past him here. Oh! Yeah, this is definitely Lionheart. Agility attacks twice. So these pyres are where you would upgrade your equipment and spells and things like that. Alright, I'm gonna try to just skip by this guy. Oh, damn it. That's fine, I still have my stuff though. And if that's how the actual game is going to be, that's very forgiving, and I can get behind that. Oh yeah, it does attack, does twice damage. So even though it's less scaling, this is definitely a better weapon. Alright, let's head back further here. I think I gotta go up and around. Yeah, here we go. I dig the music. The music is very Castlevania. That was very foolish. We don't have a down stab or anything. Might be something we get later on, though. Yeah, this is a very, very powerful weapon. Oh, hell. This is back where she was, right? Yeah, so this isn't open yet. Oh, I forgot I had the axes and not the daggers. Actually, I do prefer the daggers, I think. 'Cause I don't think this does any more damage. It might hit more than one time, though. Alright, so that is back here if I wanted it, but I'll stick to the axe for now. I'm probably gonna die here, if I had to guess. How much experience next level? 2 experience. So maybe not. Maybe there's like one more enemy here I can kill without dying. Oh man. Not a good end. Oh, he just... Oh, you know what? If he fell down, I bet I can get him and kill him, and that'll give me a level up. There we go. Yeah, that'll fill me back up. So this is agility and intellect scaling. So maybe point intellect and see how that affects the damage I do now, if it changes at all. Ah, that's unfortunate. Oh man, I'm not. Oh, God. It's just, there's just so many enemies that wind up their attacks while you're off screen. It's very, very frustrating. Alright, there's the switch. I think that opened up that area below now. If I'm lucky, there's a save point there. No. There is not. Oh, wait, actually, I think there is. Okay, good. There we go. Now, coming up... Alright, I'm just gonna go refill here. It's nice that these are kind of unlimited use for that. You can definitely, you know, kind of farm experience here if you really wanted to. The hammer, I actually don't want. Yes, I'm not going back that way. Damn. Yes, I don't have a choice. Alright, so we're trapped here. And we've got some of those... Or those big sword guys here. Or at least one of them. Part of... Oh wow, I actually killed him. Part of what I find difficult in fighting some of these enemies is that their hitboxes are very bulky. And I think these have spikes. Yeah. The hitboxes are very bulky, and you do take contact damage from everything. So even if you're just touching an enemy, that is contact damage. They don't necessarily have to take a swing at you. It can be very difficult for positioning. I don't want to accidentally hit a confused guy here. Alright, this area, we got a couple of these guys. Got him. Just barely have enough time to get by and duck under these. Alright, we got some more of these guys coming in. They get spawned from those big sword enemies. Ah. He's not getting in range, and I just used all my magic. I'm probably dead here. Yeah, it was really nothing I could do. He was either going to walk up to me and kill me, or I was going to just take the death. Oh, we leveled up again. Okay. Let's level up int, because I'm going to need the magic now, I think, to get by there. Just run by these. So yeah, so what's my overall impressions of the game? I think I've talked about it a lot. I like the idea, I like the core concept, I just think that the design needs to be tuned up a bit for a full release. If this is gonna make it through Kickstarter, if it does make it through Kickstarter, and wants to go on like Steam and stuff, I think there's certainly a market for this kind of game. There's another game coming out, I think next year, called Death's Gambit, that takes a very Castlevania meets Dark Souls approach, that I played at PAX and liked a lot. And this has a similar feel. I just think the level design isn't quite there yet. Alright, let's try this. I'm actually out of magic. I killed him though. Okay, don't die to one of those. Great. Made it this far. It's only gonna get tougher from here. I hope I'm ready. Change my appearance. The walls have shifted. I don't have any magic left, so this is a little concerning. That didn't kill him. There we go. Oh, here's an... That's the example I was thinking of. That area right there actually made me angry. Like, really angry the first time I got through it. That's another area where it says again, you know, the room is clear. I feel like that section just before that I got through is the toughest part of the demo. And to just spawn what looked like, I don't know, 7, 8 enemies right on me with no warning after making it through that section and making me go through it again is, it's, no, you can't do that. I mean, you can, but it's inadvisable. That sort of thing, I hope that's just something for the demo. I really hope that's not something that would make its way into the full game, because that would just turn me off immediately. That sort of thing, again, you know, instead of feeling triumphant that you made it through this difficult section, you're just punished for it, and that's just not fun. Is the easiest way to put it. Especially because then you have to get through that section again. So if you just made it through there the first time and then you struggle with it again, then you kind of get into this negative feedback loop that's frustrating. It doesn't feel challenging, it just feels aggravating, really. I think I'm dead here. I got caught by that guillotine, but we'll try it. Basically, you're gonna need magic to spawn here. I think his dash attack will hit me if he dashes again. Yeah. So yeah, you know, perfect example. I made it through that area once, but I didn't make it to the next checkpoint, so now I'm stuck trying to get through it again. I do have this hammer too, which I didn't necessarily want to pick up, but that's okay. And so, you know, like again, like other things like that, like it controls well, it looks nice, got some cool concepts. That was just poor play on my part. But those spots, man, they drive me to turn it off, not to play more. All right. If I can lure this guy over here, I'll do so. I might as well use some magic because, oh, he dashed a lot further than I thought he would. There we go. I took a hit there, which is potentially problematic. I'm going to need the magic here. Oh, didn't make it. Well, this is gonna be bad. If I can get in range of that guy, I should be able to kill him. There we go. Now the problem is I think there's still gonna be an enemy here. There's no health or anything. I think, yeah. There we go. Now, I know from playing that there's a save point here, so at least we have that. I don't remember if there's anything up there, but I'll try it. Fortunately, we do a lot of damage, so kind of negates some of the troubles of some of these enemies. Oh, it looks like this might be an item area. Yeah, we have all the different items here. I mean, I kind of like the dagger. Just because it's got unlimited range. Now, this is another area I was not a fan of the first time I came through. We'll see. That's exactly why. Right there. You have no way of knowing that there's an enemy there, and the enemy is not statically positioned. Sometimes it's triggered, sometimes it's not. I haven't quite figured out what the difference is. Now, I might actually poison to death here. Nope, I am going to live. This area is pretty tough because it goes a little bit against what you're used to on the guillotines, but it is doable once you know the trick. Except I got caught short there. Didn't walk far enough. Alright, I'm gonna get through this area. I wish I knew a better strategy for dealing with this guy. See, like right there, like this time he didn't fire until I was all the way over here. Why? I have no idea, but this guy is down on the ground. You know, again, those are sorts of things. In Dark Souls, the difference is that enemies start in the same place every time. Like, they don't trigger until you're within range. And here, it seems there's some other triggers in the work, and I don't know what they are. Oh, I guess I must have touched his hitbox there. And this is probably what gave me the most trouble the first time I played the demo. At least I know what's coming up now, so I have that advantage. But this area is very, very frustrating. Not necessarily challenging. See, this time he didn't fire at all, which is great, but I don't know why. And that's a problem. This guy's gonna catch me, but I don't know, maybe not. So I'm actually in a pretty good place here. I can get poisoned this time. A little bit of close shave on that guillotine. Alright, this guy should be here. Is there a save point around here? I actually don't know. Oh, there's a bunch of armor. Just showing off the different appearance changes there for the demo. Oh man, that was a nice shot. I don't know where that guy is, but oh. That's oh, come on. I don't know now if I'm gonna have enough health. No, I'm gonna, oh, this is another spot. Yeah, that's gonna be the room is clear spot. Man, those, I just, and maybe that's the hook. Maybe it's supposed to give you that feeling. And you know, if that's the intent, and people like that, then that's fine. But just from game design standpoints, from my perspective, I'm dead here. Ah, man, that just doesn't. I don't know. Doesn't seem right to me. Now, the downside is here. I'm not sure if I could even get back to that starter area for that health pickup. So maybe I should have done that earlier. Oh, there we go again. Alright. I walked into that. See, now I'm rushing just because I'm frustrated. Boy. How much, 34 out of 45. Just looking at my experience counter there in case it'd be worthwhile to level up before I go any further. How much experience does he give? He only gives 2 now. You don't need me to say it again, but essentially, I wish I knew why. There we go. And that right there kind of feels like how it's supposed to go. Like you jump over this guy, you slash that guy, and it's this one smooth motion that feels very skillful. And then I walked a step forward and got caught by that. Cool. There we go. Okay. So I got this poison guy here. I actually slashed his poison out of the air. That's kind of miraculous. Oh, please. Oh, jeez. I should have backdashed there. Not having any magic here is rough. I kind of want this guy to dash. There we go. Okay. Oh man, these areas, let me tell you, oh, I leveled up. That is super lucky. Oh, that sucks, but you know, what can you do? The room is clear. Yeah, it's another one of those areas. That's all there is. There we go. This game's hard. If you enjoyed this pre-alpha, make sure to back it on Kickstarter. There's the website, darkflamegame.com. Again, I'll have those links in the description below, too. Did you find everything? I'm actually not sure. I think this just takes us back, yeah, out here. There is one, I do want to check if I can, well, you know what? Oh, that guy you know what? No, I was gonna go look to the right to see if there was something else, but I'll pass for now. Anyway, that's Dark Flame. Very, very mixed opinions. I think there's a good base here. I think it's something that could be a very enjoyable game, but those inconsistencies in the design and those very cheap deaths and off-screen attacks and things like that, that stuff really just rubs me the wrong way. But anyway, if you want to check it out for yourself, again, play the demo for yourself. You might feel totally different than I do. This is just one man's opinion. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.